Good morning. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome in. I'm very late today. I ran into some weird issues with my chat program that I use. For some reason, Windows was like, yeah, this is a virus now. I know you've been using it for the last like 6 months, but it's now a virus, so we're gonna block that. So I didn't like it had no updates or anything. Like my computer hasn't been on for like 2 weeks, and or a week and a half or so. But anyway, yeah, and then yeah, it randomly today it just decided. So anyway, I had to figure out how to fix that. Had to add an exception to my thing, and it's annoying stuff. So anyway, but I'm up and running now. Here we are. Hello, boss. Hello, Arrow. You guys are the only two in here so far. Probably gonna be a slow stream because I haven't streamed in like a week and a half. And I'm late today. But yeah, had a pretty crazy last couple weeks. I assume everyone's holidays went well. We had 2 Christmases, sort of. We went to Wyoming to visit my family, which was fun. It was not supposed to snow. Even we were going there in hopes of snow to go sledding and make snowmen and all that fun stuff because my kids have never really been in the snow before. So we went out there hoping for that, and then it was like, nope, not supposed to snow. So we were really bummed out. And then the day after Christmas, I think it was, we got like 10 inches of snow. It was just like dumped. So that was nice. Yeah, and then we made it home. And then yesterday we had our second Christmas. Santa brought more gifts here because we asked him not to bring them all to my grandma's house, because that would have not been very much fun getting them all home. But anyway, it was fun. It was good. A little stressful. I'm kind of glad the holidays are over and we can get back to real life now. So here we are back working on this. This game should pretty much be wrapped up. I think this week I'll probably knock out the rest of everything we need. Level design might take a little longer, but I think the goal is to kind of like polish up a little. Hello? My camera just like randomly decides to shut off. Yeah, I was using you, buddy. Please don't turn off again. Dumb. Anyway, yeah, so this was supposed to be done by the 1st. Today is the 1st. Obviously, it's not done. I did just drop in this deer, this guy in yesterday. So he's done finally, and then we have to work. He'll be in the I don't know where he'll be. He'll be somewhere. Then we have a buffalo to do. I've got the female clothed character still to knock out, which should be pretty quick. Just a couple other little things here and there. Nothing super crazy. But yeah, it's coming out pretty good. I think it's looking good. I started doing some level design the other day on this area. I was supposed to stream, and I ended up not doing that because I don't remember stuff. And I could have streamed on Tuesday, except we just got back into town, and it would have been really stressful. But yeah, so I'm just kind of working on level design today. We're starting with really big stuff, but Orca has asked me to focus on the starting area, like the little starting town, instead of the trail right now. So we're gonna be doing that today. But yeah, this is the trail right now. There's one little shortcut up here that goes through the mountains that we're gonna make pretty treacherous, I guess. I don't know, it doesn't look super treacherous right now. It's just this one like corner right here, which I guess we'll probably make this into cliffs, so if you fall off this corner, we'll make it easier to fall off, and if you do, you get to start over. Anyway, and that leads into the next biome here, which is going to be the plains, which pretty much is done. I mean, we'll probably do a little bit of work in here. Actually, a lot of work, but still. We have some people in here. These are all a bunch for props and stuff. So let's go take some of these pieces and start building out a little town in the beginning area. Also, I'm sorry for the sniffling. My cousins have labs, Labradors, dogs, and they were in the house, and they are allowed to be on the furniture and everywhere and all the time. And so it was like, I don't know. We were fine like the first day or so we were there. The air there is also really dry. But yeah, and then like my cousin got there with her dogs, and it was just like instantly everyone like started having like crazy allergies, and it was kind of miserable. And then the dry air didn't help. So my nose and my allergies are still kind of recovering from that. So anyway, let's drop some. Let's build out a little area first. Actually, I want the wagon. Let's grab our wagon. I have no idea which one we're using. I'm assuming that blueprint right there will work. I just need it for reference, for scale reference anyway. Yeah, we'll just drop this guy in. Okay, let's just put it like right here. We don't want this area to be too huge because we want to make sure that players can like get around it. But let's start off by doing a little bit of painting. I'm going to paint here, and we're going to go down to dirt. That brush is massive. Let's go down to like 120 maybe. Okay, let's try 600. All right. So we want, this will be the beginning of the trail. So we kind of just want like a little area here. We can leave a little bit of like grassy spots. We can also just like paint those in after. We'll paint those in afterward. I want to make this kind of square because it's kind of like a town. That looks pretty good, I think. Okay, so let's go. Let's make sure this is pretty flat. I think it is, but we'll just double check it. Yeah. Actually, double check that on this mount, this layer. Okay. All right, let's go in and start dropping some props in. Let's go art. Structures. I think I'm gonna move this over to the side here. I just like this will be easier to do some level design like this. Yeah. Okay. Let's start with some, we need some walls, but we need a gate actually. Hello? There we go. I think we're gonna scale this a little bit. Can maybe sink it into the ground just so it's wider. Oh snap. Oh my gosh. What's happening? GameSmart just gifted some subs. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. I don't think I ever got to see what the gameplay for this was like. I don't know if I can even show you. We can try. I'm not sure if I need like a player start. We can try. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. GameSmart, I appreciate that. Welcome in. And some bits. Thank you. I haven't seen bits in a while. Bits are like one of those elusive things you don't see anymore. Mm-hmm. Looks like I cannot test it. I don't know why or how, but I don't think I can play it. So basically, I can explain the gameplay a little bit to you. I'm sure Worka's gonna have it up and running soon. If like, it might be working on his end too, and it might just not be working on mine. Basically, you have a wagon. I don't know if you'll even have an ox to start. You won't have anything. You'll just start naked. And your goal is to get to the west coast, right? You're on the east coast right now, and you get to the west coast. So, yeah, that's your goal. It's a friend slot game, so it is multiplayer. You can play with your friends. Music's a little loud for me. One of my resolutions this year is to make games for my friends, so I thought I'd drop in and say hello. Oh, awesome. That's fun. That's a good resolution. I don't have a resolution yet, and I don't know if I'm gonna have one. I feel like I always have a resolution to like finish something or like wrap this thing up or like start doing this one thing or whatever, and I just like never complete it or whatever. So this year I kind of just wanted just do my best, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a resolution. Maybe it's to finish Swords of Magic. I don't know if I want to say that though. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud, right? That's a mistake. But anyway, I don't know what it is. Anyway, yeah. So this is, you basically, you buy supplies, then you take your wagon to the next camp, essentially. So I'm not sure how the wagon drives. I had an idea for how the wagon, my resolution is to make it to 2027. Hey, you and me both, buddy. That's not a bad one to have. I kind of want to make these bigger. Maybe we like scale these all up a little bit just to make this a little easier to fill this in with. I might have modeled these a little too small. Let's try that. These are snapping, like these, I do have these on a snap, but now that I've scaled them, I don't think it's gonna work. Oh. Unreal can't handle a little bit of rotation, I guess. I'm just trying to get a, this is gonna be a huge pain if I keep doing this one piece at a time, so we're probably gonna grab a bunch of these. Just build out a little fort. We'll probably go through and I think I might fix this. It's fine. Yeah, we'll do this and then we'll go like here. I don't know how I did that. I thought I just flattened all this out. I guess I missed part of it. Just gonna close that up. We'll scale these ones to reach it. There we go. Players will never notice that. Okay, let's fix this one. I'm not too concerned about this not being perfect because this is just the gate on the outside, so I don't think players are ever going to notice it. We could go through and add a little bit of variation by dropping some of these. Because a lot of these are the exact same height. It just adds a little more variation to it. Okay. Happy with that. Let's put some buildings in. Let's save first. Nothing is ever perfect. All is too straight. Is it? Is it too straight? You think players are going to walk around and go, oh, this wall's really straight, so I'm not playing this game anymore. I think it looks pretty good to me. This one could be, this one's a little too straight, probably, but I think it's gonna be fine. All right, this one we want to build on a grid, but it could be its own grid. We'll turn on, let's do, I think 100 is what I built these at. I don't remember now. And we'll use the actual grid here. We're gonna build on the grid, and then we'll grab the whole thing, and we have other cabin walls in here. I want to get rid of all these cabin walls. Just get rid of all this cabin stuff. Yoink. Oh. Okay. That way if I build this in here like this, I don't have to worry about it. Whatever. I can grab it all and merge it. What I'm trying to say. All right, let's go. This is, we're gonna do like a trading post, I guess. So I think we'll do like 2 stories. Let's turn on 9-degree snapping. Yep, that's what I do, and then I can plan on seeing about it. Nice. Once there's stuff inside, should be fine. Yeah, I don't think players will ever notice. All right, let's go a little bigger. I don't know if we're gonna do an interior on this. Orca said it's not a big deal if we don't have interiors, so I'm not really sure if we should worry about that. I kind of want to do like this, just to add a little bit more variety to it. We'll put a door on this side maybe to balance a little more. I wanna like hotkey that does this. Put a window there and a window there. One there and one there. One there. Go in here. No. Okay, we'll do the corner pieces. One more. Okay. Kind of thinking we do... You know, I didn't build a floor piece. I kind of want to do like an overhang with like a porch, but I didn't build any sort of like floor pieces. I guess we could kind of wing it because we do have some like these roof pieces we could use. Kind of. Nope, I can't. That's okay. Let's just build a roof anyway. Happy New Year. Aurelia, thank you. Welcome in. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Kind of moo. Kindamoo. I'm starting to realize that I probably shouldn't have made this building this big. I should just make a handful of smaller buildings, but that's okay. We'll make it work. And I did leave a little bit of a gap right there. I'll probably fix that mesh later. Honestly, I don't think players will ever notice it. I don't think work is going to care that much, but it does bother me a little bit that I might mess that up. I guess we'll go like this and just put a wall right here. Or we could just have an overhang, I guess. Yeah, it's probably fine. What? Good morning. Abby's up. Oh no, I didn't think about this. That looks bad. Damn it. Make a variation of that one, I guess. How else could we fix this? What if we do just... a short roof right here, I guess. I think this is like exactly the same building I built on the other side. That worked. Second? What's up, Says Birch? Are you second on YouTube? I believe it. That looks better. Okay, we need these end cap pieces now. Oh, which I built really stupid, I guess. I don't know why they're centered there. What did I... Oh. That was dumb. Oh, this is annoying. Should I... What do we do here? I guess we just ignore it. Or we put another cap on the inside. So at least it's not an open mesh. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's build the other wall. All done. Okay, we have a building. We should grab this building and turn it into, like, merge it. Should we put a door on first? No, we'll leave the door off. Just in case we actually do want to open the doors ever. Okay, I believe, hold on, actually we should hold it, or we should grab this as a pivot point. I don't know how to do this in UE5. I know how to do it in UE4. A few prefabs would definitely be great for scalability. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If I can just build like 3 buildings, that'll work for like the rest of the game probably. We could also... There's a way to do this easy, I'm pretty sure. Like we can group them. It would be better to just merge them into a new mesh, though. I think we have to do it with a tool. But I don't know how to do it in UE4. Oh, here it is. Merge actors. Okay. I want to know if there's a way to change or to keep their collisions, though. I have custom collisions on all these. Doesn't look like it. I could simplify. Generate a single mesh, no simplification pass is performed. Will generate a single static mesh and optionally bake down textures. I don't really want to bake down textures either. Should we just try it? We don't have to replace the source actor, so we'll just have one. Let's just try it. Structures, let's make a new folder in here called buildings, I guess. We'll just call it building 01, that's fine. All right, let's see how this guy works out. Well, our pivot point is definitely wrong. I don't know how to change the pivots with the modeling tool in UE5. I'm used to using a plugin for that, but I think it's easy to do. And we could probably do it. Also could just do that, that's fine too. Okay, this looks fine. Let's look at our collisions. Yeah, I kept our collisions, cool. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. Probably a little overly complex, like it could have been simplified, but the important part is that you can get through the doorway, and that's all that matters. The roof collisions are definitely broken. That is probably because our roof piece this roof piece right here has really bad collisions. Yep. Let's just generate some real quick. Beautiful. That's not going to fix these ones because they're already merged. We could merge it again, I guess, and then get better collisions. Is it worth it? Yeah, let's do it, I guess. Before we start building more pieces anyway. Oh, somehow I missed everything, or missed some things. Yeah, I don't know how to fix the collision though. We'll fix that. Or the pivot point, I mean. Okay, let's go. Where was that? Tools, merge, vectors. Let me overwrite this. Oh, it adds the SM in the beginning of it. Delete that one. Rename this one. Really wants to be sunk in the ground, doesn't it? Much better. Now our collisions are nice and solid, so if players do wind up on the roof somewhere, they're not floating off the ground as much. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, cool. So let's turn off our collisions. We can get rid of this building now, or we can keep it here and then make modifications to it to make like simpler versions or whatever, or new versions, which is probably the best idea. Let's add one with a fireplace, maybe? We should add the fireplace in the last one, too. I'm also thinking there's other things I want to do. Like, I want to fix the pivot point. We'll fix them all later, though, once we figure out how to do it. Let's drop a fireplace in here. That looks good. Should we do a variation that just has a fireplace? Like, I feel like that's, or a chimney. I feel like that's a little simple. Does the game work is working on? Yep. Yeah, I'm the artist and level designer. Let's move this guy over and this guy. We'll just swap these places. And then I kind of want to build like something a little more complex. Should we put a window right here? What if we move the door over here, actually? Oh, we're gonna be... Let's make this one deeper. Something like that kind of just gives you like a little entryway, I guess. That's fine. There. And we have like kind of a larger cabin version. I grab all these. Let's just let's put this up here. We can just swap over to it. Merge art, structures, buildings, building 02. Save. Cool. What engine version you're on? This is the latest. This is 5.7. What are the latest on UE5 version is? I don't remember now. 6 or 7, whatever's newest. My main project is in 4.26 still, UE4. So there's a couple places here and there where I'm just like, how do I do this again in UE5? Okay, just double checking that this is good. It looks good before we change the building up again. And then we'll just triple check the collisions on it. Make sure I didn't mess anything else up. That looks good. There's even a space inside the fireplace in case players throw stuff in there. We do have this. I just remembered this is a thing. So if we ever do decide to do interiors, we're gonna have to add some variations there, but I don't think that we're going to do them. If we do decide to do like an interior somewhere, we can have like a door that's just like missing or off the hinges or whatever later on. And that should be fine. Okay, let's make a very simple house now. Let's rip some of these down. We to bring in the new year last night, we watched like 6 episodes of Stranger Things. Abby's old enough now to like kind of watch it, and so we started all over from the beginning, which has been pretty fun. I'll just make a little shack. Should we replace this with a window? Let's do it. Oh, what's that, guys? Sorry guys, I'm back. That was my grandma. She just calling to ask how our flight home went, and I was explaining it to her. Anyway, let me catch up. What version is this? How long have you been working on your main project? Sorry guys, I was not paying attention to chat. I guess I missed some stuff. Wendrick, so if you're still here, I've been working on Swords and Magic and stuff since 2018, late or early 2018, late 2017. That's when I started it. So it's been a long time, been too long. I'm very burnt out on it. I mean, I don't know. Every once in a while, I just get like the urge to work on it, and I like spend a little bit of time and knock stuff out. But for the most part, I'm very burnt out and like don't want to work on it anymore, which sucks. But yeah, I do want to get it finished up. So my goal is to finish it soonish. It's still in early access, so it's hard to justify working on other things while I have a game in early access still. So that's kind of my biggest hang up. But I got to work on other things to make money, and I've explained this countless times now, probably, that I'm kind of at a point where it's like I work on Swords and Magic when I have time, or when I enjoy, or when I want to do it. When I think when it's fun. This is a new game. What's up, Mateus? Kind of, yeah. It's I've got hired as an artist to work on this game with Warka, who also streams. It is a friend slop game, so it's multiplayer. It's a game based on the Oregon Trail. So think Oregon Trail meets RV There Yet, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Do you know how to use behavior trees in 5.7? Because for some reason they changed how they work when there's 8.2 billion people on Earth and no one asked for it. Yeah. So behavior trees are one of those things that I've always been pretty rusty with. I mean, I've been using them in 4.26, so I don't know. They've always been kind of a headache to me to use. So when state trees came out, I switched and started working in state trees instead in 5 when I have the opportunity to work in UE5. So I'm actually pretty rusty with behavior trees in general. I don't know how they changed them or why they changed them. I hope they changed them for the better, because honestly, I wasn't a big fan of them. But I don't know what they've done to make them different. This is a very straight line, I'm realizing, but so is this one, and you don't really notice it because of the grass. So we're definitely going to paint some grass in. That'll be like our detail pass, though. Okay, here's a super simple little cabin in the woods cabin. Let's grab all these. Merge these guys. Art, structures, buildings, building 3. I'm not sure if we need more than that, to be honest with you. I mean, like, what else do we need? How about just a variation of this one with a fireplace and like the window, maybe no window, maybe window on the side, maybe window on the back. Let's do a window on the back. And then the fireplace. Whoops. That's not where I want the fireplace to be. Oh my god. Okay. We might have wanted to put it in a different spot now that I'm thinking about this. Because now we're going to have a... I guess we can just move that. This is fine, right? It's too tall. It's probably too tall. Yeah, it looks weird. That's fine, right? Should we do that? Let's rotate this guy so we don't have that weird brick sticking out there. Oh, it's not going to matter, is it? There you go. That's better. That's good. Structures, buildings. There's 4. Okay. Oh, I just realized, oh my god, it's adding a stupid SM suffix to every single one of these. I just realized, or prefix, I mean. Which is good. I like that it does that, but like, just let me do it myself, you know? Like, I don't need you doing it for me, Unreal. It used to be just run behavior tree on process, and now it's chalked. I just can't imagine upgrading from 5.6 with hundreds of characters and your project being bricked because some dev woke up and said, let's change behavior trees. Yeah, so here's my rule of thumb when it comes to development. If you, unless the new version of the engine has something you desperately need, if you're deep in development, I don't upgrade. I don't touch that. So my project right now is in 426 because by the time 5 came out, our we skipped 427 because there was nothing in it we needed, so we thought we'd go to the 428, but 420 never came out because 5 launched. And my opinion was always like, the game is already like established, all of our mechanics are pretty much built, and there's nothing that UE5 introduces, like Lumen, Nanite, none of that stuff was like super impressive for our project, right? None of it really like would have been a big deal. So we just decided not to upgrade. So my rule of thumb is, if you're deep in development and like, unless that new engine has something new engine version has something you desperately need that's gonna like change the game for you and your game project, I don't upgrade. Like, once you start a project, you should start on the engine that has everything you need already, and that will work for you. So the only reason like to really upgrade in like mid project is if that new version has something that's like that. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. That unless it like really changes the game for you, it's not worth upgrading. So yeah, start in 5.7. Is it possible to downgrade versions? I don't think so. Your best option is just migrate to a different version. Like move all your blueprints and stuff over and rebuild it. If you have to go back down. So have you looked into 5.7 though, or like maybe the behavior trees were changed for the better? Like maybe they're simpler now and you're just not understanding how they set up correctly? I don't know. I mean, honestly, like I've seen situations where like a new version of Unreal has like completely just broken something, so it just doesn't work, and you just have to wait for the next version to fix it. So if that's the case, I don't know. Oh, looks like we have an ad break. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's eat that one. I think we're probably pretty good. We could make like an L-shaped house maybe. I didn't make any like corner roof pieces though. We could make an L-shaped house with intersecting roof pieces maybe. Let's put that back. Let's try it. What if we grab all of this? Slide it over here. Missed a wall. We should go one more actually. We missed that piece. Okay, and then what if we do all of this? And we do this. Ooh, no, almost. Well, I guess if we pull it in a little bit, we could do it. What if we just do this? That's not bad. Let's move our door over here. Oh, we can't have a center door there. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Let the cheat it. Let's do... delete that guy. And this guy. This guy. No. I don't care about the interior. We're cheating it anyway. we're gonna try to make it look the best we can, but it's not gonna be perfect. Whoa. That looks great. Okay, and then this will go away. This will be a window now. Cool. That looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, let's figure out how to fix the interior right here. We kind of made it a weird shape, so let's fix it the best we can. Hi, hon. What you doing? Fun. Okay. Obviously, you wouldn't want players actually inside this house, but now if you look inside, like inside the windows, whatever, not the players are going to see inside the windows, but if you could see inside the windows, it'd look a lot better. Okay, let's do that one. And then I'm calling this done. This is enough buildings to get us going. And we're going to put all these together now. Art, structures, buildings, 5. Okay, I think we have enough variation of buildings to call this good. Did you model these assets, or is this an asset pack? I modeled all these. All the characters, everything you see except for the environment stuff, like the rocks, and like any other stuff. So this is like an environment pack with the grass textures and ground textures and these rocks, everything. That's an environment pack. We decided to go with that. I was going to make all those too, and then we decided to do that because we just didn't have time. It would take me like probably 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks to like build enough assets to like build the environment out. So wasn't worth the time. So we just paid for one of those, which honestly, I think it matches pretty well. It's got a little bit of a contrast, like because these assets are pretty simple and like smooth next to like the texture, like it's a little bit, it's not 100% there, but I think it's close enough that it looks nice and it kind of contrasts good. I'm happy with it. But all the props, the wagon, all the animals, all this stuff I built, all these structure pieces we built in Maya. There's a gap right there I don't like. Okay, anyway. All right, let's plan this out a little bit. So we've got this is our tutorial starter area. This is where players are going to run around and select their starting equipment stuff. What I'd like to do is have I'm assuming we're going to have a couple different shopkeepers that sell different things. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll move our wagon and kind of start it back here. Back here a little bit, because I'm also thinking if this is a tutorial area, then maybe we should teach players how to drive the wagon too, and not just let them go straight out the gate, right? It's they have to learn how to maneuver and turn and stuff. I don't know, I don't think it's much of a tutorial, but at least you're in a safe area where you're not gonna starve to death trying to figure out how to put your wagon back on the track, you know? So I think starting back over here is just a decent idea. So let's put a building on the side of us. Even if this doesn't do anything, let's just put a building here. Yeah, that's fine, actually. We'll use that one. That one pivot. That one had the right pivot point. That's nice. And then I want to put like a bigger one right here. To our building one, I guess. Maybe even two. We'll put a copy of this one over here. We need more stuff to fill this area out, though. I'm realizing. Maybe we should have made our buildings bigger. We need to fix our pivot points. I can't keep doing this. This is gonna get really annoying. Okay, let's figure out our modeling tools. Modeling. There's got to be a way to fix our pivot point. If we do attributes. Nope. Transform, edit pivot. We want to go bottom. There we go. Accept. Well, that was stupid easy. Oh, I just realized that we probably have pivot points to fix for our... Was this floating this whole time? Oh, it's because we changed the pivot point. That's okay. Cool. What other buildings have we not used yet? This one. Okay. Cool. Easy. Did you have a second terrain brush for like... Do you have a second terrain brush for like paths inside the village to kind of show the player where to go? Not yet, but I will get there. Yes, well, we should have one, yeah. I can paint. I'll probably do grass around the areas to kind of create or show that off. I'm trying to decide if I want to go as detailed as like having like wagon tracks. Like if you look at like a wagon trail, let's see if we can find something on Google. Maybe not. Yeah, like this. Like where you can see like the two obvious like places where the wagon like wheels have been, right? I'm trying to decide if I want to like get that detailed and like paint like paths like that through some of the grass, or if it's just not worth the effort. It's probably not worth the effort. We have two of those buildings right next to each other now. Let's replace this one. This variation. I feel like we need one more, like, right here. This might even be too much. I don't know. We're gonna need some NPCs walking around or something. Maybe we just made this too big. Should we make this smaller? Will you also do gameplay on this project or only focus? I'm only doing art stuff. I would love to do some programming on it, but I don't think they need me. I don't think Orca needs me to. So I'll probably only be doing art. So today I'm focusing entirely on level design and getting all that knocked out. And then I'll probably stream again. Today's Thursday, right? Yes. So I'll probably stream again Tuesday, and we'll probably be doing more level design. I'll probably be doing level design for like the rest like the month on this, just to get it knocked out. We'll see. We'll see. Are you creating level design tools to streamline your workflow? No. Nope. I'm just using built-in level design tools in Unreal. Let's drop some. Okay, I think I'm happy. Let's just leave the layout for now. This is probably fine. Let's do a little bit. Well, yeah, I guess we'll do some painting. I want to put some big rocks in first. Let's put like any terrain stuff in, maybe. Nah, let's do painting first. Let's paint some grass in. Do like 120 maybe. Are we on a weird layer? Yep. I don't like this up here anymore. This is not painting our grass back in. I don't like that. Why? Also, it's very shiny. You need to fix that too. Why is it not painting the grass back in? It almost looks like it's like not painting the same. But a Y pattern, so you go into village and forks left to right. I'd be able to get away with only 4 houses. Probably if I made the walls smaller, it'd work. I don't know why this isn't working though. It almost looks like, I don't know, I don't get it. Maybe it's because I'm adding another grass layer instead of, so I should just be removing the dirt probably. Is it Alt? No. Control? Is there a way to, how do you subtract? Subtractive blend? That's not. You just click that? confused. Why do I not know how the terrain tools work in QB5? Why is that like working but not working everywhere? Now it's working. Am I blind? Is it just, was I just not seeing it because it's in the sun? That's not the case here though. No. Okay, that's fine. All right, whatever, we got it working. I should have just painted the dirt instead of the grass, putting the grass back in. It would have looked a lot nicer. It would have looked a lot nicer. At least I can erase it now. It's fine. Just having some grass in there to kind of like lead your eye already is like helping a lot. Now we do some like rocks and like terrain pieces and like some extra stuff. See, I do feel like we could do something like sort of like this. I think it needs to be smaller probably, but it does kind of help. Shadows might be worth building a spline for the trail. Yeah, already got it. Spline. Trail. Okay. I think we need some trees and rocks. Let's go foliage. This first section is going to be a forest. Let's start with should we do birch trees? Single cycle through. Cool. Did I just place every single tree? No. Okay, good. Those are much bigger. Unreal. Chill out. This is gonna look a lot uglier, but I'm turning it down so we can actually see what we're doing without it freaking out. Don't like these first two really small trees. I also don't know if I like the really big ones either. Maybe we should add some scaling options to all these. No, we already have scaling. That's nice. That's already set up like that. I think we'll take out the smaller trees, or maybe maybe they'll be fine. We could paint these in. Maybe I wonder how their painting stuff's laid out. Paint. It's pretty dense. That's actually probably not bad for like more in here, but I think right here is kind of a plain area. We can do 0.2 though, maybe. Let's do 0.15. Oh yeah, this might be a river. We're not really sure yet. We could also put some rocks in here. Starting to look like a game, though. Okay, let's turn all these off. Let's grab these two smaller trees. Put a couple more of these guys around. Let's do single. Those are really small. I think it's fine. Now we need some rocks. Actually, let's do bushes. One of those bushes is way bigger than the other two. I can't do the medium thing. Let's do... It's running pretty rough already with just these few trees in here, which is surprising me. It looks so much better suddenly. Might be worth building a spline, or yeah, got that. Okay, we need some rocks. Might have overdone it with bushes. I really like bushes a lot. We also have a lot of like weeds and plants and stuff we could put in here, and I'm not entirely sure how we want to handle that. Honestly, PCG might be like super worthwhile to build out the rest of this world with. We'll see. Some rocks. I don't know how big they are. This might not be worth trying to use them. They're fine. That one's fine anyway. I was using trees like that in my project, but they didn't have enough LODs, and some people were getting frame rate issues. Yeah, so this is going to be a situation where we'll see what happens, I guess. It's going to be a wait and see thing, I think. I don't want to go crazy with it, and like... So I've been talking about performance a lot with Worka, and his thing is like, let's wait and see if we need to do anything for performance. And this game has come together. Yeah. It certainly looked pretty good. I did all this in like the last 30 minutes. This has not been that. This is pretty quick to put together finally. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna wait and see on performance. I think the goal is like, let's see how it works. We'll just do some pretty dense or some pretty aggressive culling on the trees. And I'm pretty sure they probably already have set up. Let's see, is there any culling on them? Oh, they have fade culling. That's nice. You guys see that fading? There's a way to zoom in there. Wrong one. Is it? Let's see. Oh, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's dumb. Anyway, you can see them fading in and out. We might have to be a little more aggressive with it, but we can always just like crank that number up. And that on that number we can also set up, I don't know if Worka wants to handle, like deal with like a graphics settings menu. But we can turn up like our culling or whatever and make that a setting in there. Goal will be 60 FPS with a 4090. Sure. I don't know. Luckily, that part's not really like my job, I guess. I mean, like, I'll obviously make tweaks to whatever we need to make that work, but I'm not super worried about it. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. We could do some like bigger rock pieces around everywhere. I'm not too concerned about it. There's not really any reason for players to like leave the trail at this point in the game unless we put like some deer or something out here that players could go hunt, which might be a good idea like early on to have like a couple deer randomly running around. But like I don't think there's any reason to like do a whole lot of like decoration and stuff like over here, right? I just don't think we need to do too much. Should we put some bushes on the outside of the I put way too many foliage pieces in here. I should have been way more careful with this. I just want to do a little bit of like decoration on the outside of here so it's not so obvious, you know. Cool. Cool. And again, we could, I think I'm gonna just like leave, I think we're just gonna decorate like right along the trail, and then we'll just throw some like splotches of trees, anything beyond that, just because I don't see players like leaving the trail super often. So I think the like will really like focus. Oh yeah, look how fast some of the smaller trees are fading out. Yeah, I think this will be fine. I think performance isn't going to be a huge deal. It's those big trees take a long time to fade out. The little ones, and the bushes and stuff, those fade real fast. It looks so good when they fade too. Yeah, no, this is good. This pack was a lot of money, but man, it's worth it. It's good. It's a really good environment pack. I'm honestly really tempted to buy it for the MMO. If we ever get back to working on the MMO. Can the deer be eaten? Yes. Not yet, I don't think. I think the plan is you shoot them. Where are the deer? You tell me if you want to eat these poor deer though. I feel like you're not gonna want to. Look at this deer. You want to eat that thing? It's so cute. Yes. Yes, Oof says. So yeah, they'll be like wandering around doing their thing. And I think the plan is you shoot them and then they might play their death animation. And then poof, and then it'll just like drop a steak, like a big like thing of meat on the ground or something. And then you can carry that. It'll probably drop this guy on the ground. And then I think you can collect those and then cook them at a camp, but I'm not sure exactly how Work is handling that. So I just provide the art and he's doing the rest. So, okay. I'm going to send a screenshot over to Worka and see what he thinks of the intro area. I think it looks good. It might be a little foliage heavy. Maybe there's too many trees and stuff. But we don't have a lot of props. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We do have props. We have a good chunk of stuff. Let's put some stuff around. We can drop out like some crates and stuff, right? Like there's a lot of stuff we can do here. Come on. One day I hope the Unreal or Epic finally changes their stupid widget. I hate this thing. See how hard it is to like get the two axes you want here? If they should do this. This is what they should do. They should, instead of having this section, right, against the corner here, so they're all right on top of each other and you can't get any of them, they should put put them as boxes out here, right? So then you have these big sections out here that you can see. I mean, yes, this one's going to be kind of in the way right here. This guy will. But still, then you have all three of those axes, way easier to reach and get to, right? Rather than having to turn your whole camera to get to them. It's just so much simpler. I don't know. Gotta make Bambi too. Is there any way to change your character's name in Swords and Magic and stuff? My old character is named Camille, but I recently started going by Bruno around friends and would love my character to reflect that. Unfortunately, there is not a way to change your character name because it's literally the name of your save file. It's like baked into it. The good thing is if you make a new character, you'll have to level up your skills again. But other than that, all of your collection stuff is there, so you can get all of your clothing and everything there. You'll have to earn your titles again. That's all local or based on your character. And then all your quests are obviously gonna be reset. But like, yeah, I don't know. I will say that there's an update coming up eventually. I won't say when because I don't know when. It was actually supposed to come out recently, but it ended up not coming out yet. With skill trees, and skill trees will be well worth starting a fresh character for. So it might be worth just to hang in there a little longer and then start a new character when that comes out. But it's totally up to you. But yeah, I wish there was another solution for you. Just drop a few props in here to make stuff look a little more like a town, I guess. We should put doors in too, I guess. We're getting close. A little better. I guess we could put like a lantern out or something. I feel like we need to make a blueprint for this though, so it can actually cast light. Put like a little fire pit out maybe. I guess I put my building props. Yeah. I should have made a stool. What I should have made. Let's just do a log. There's probably a log, right? Log. Let's filter for static mesh. Turn off all filters. Turn on this one. Oh. Is there really no log? What else would you call this? Branch, maybe? Nope, that's not gonna work. Stump? I don't really want to use a stump anyway. I guess we'll use our log that we modeled. There. Evo log. I'm sure I read somewhere that there is an editor preference in UE5, something that is more dynamic. An editor preference in UE5? I'm not sure what you mean. For the, for this guy? For the gizmo? I don't think there is. I mean, if there is, that's awesome. Let's look. There's a gizmo scale. You could do like 1.3 maybe. That might be nice. That doesn't look like it did anything though. Oops. I don't have to do anything. We'll leave it like that. Maybe it happens on a restart, or maybe, I don't know. Transform gizmo size. Enable arc ball rotate. Oh, you know what? This is gonna be... That's handy. Okay, we have that on. That's nice. Combine translate rotate. Or translate scale. Wait. Translate rotate widget. Enable screen rotate. Oh, that's handy too. Okay, we'll leave those on too. But yeah, I don't see, oh, there's enable experimental gizmo. Pull, arc. Well, now I don't have anything. Now I have no gizmo. So I don't know what that is. But these options were nice. We have like, so there's like an arc ball rotate in Maya, which is really handy. It makes things, it's just like, so the reason you want this, or I want this anyway, is just because when you're like rotating like rocks or whatever around, maybe it's not going to be super useful. Not that one. Not super useful in this situation, but like a lot of times you're doing like environment stuff, especially like randomly placed stuff. You want to just like spin it, right? You want to be like, okay, there we go. I'm happy with that. And doing it like this and like trying to randomize this is like super tedious, right? Like that's really annoying when you can just grab the arc ball and just flip it around whatever feels natural, you know? That's handy. And then the rotational one, this one now, is handy for like rotating around the screen. So if it's not, for some reason, if my pivot isn't correct or whatever, I can just look at the direction I want to rotate it, you know? Just pop it up or whatever. Or if I can just like look down at here if I needed to, I can just rotate it really easy. Well, that doesn't look great, but whatever. Anyway, that's handy. I didn't know those existed, but it does look like I don't have any options for anything else. And the one thing, if I can have anything with that, it would just be the double axes, like when you're doing the two axes, have them pushed out more. This is online. Editor preferences and search TRS. Enable new gizmos is the thing I'm thinking about. It's for UE5.4. Not sure what version you're on. This is 5.7, so it should be on there. Okay, editor preferences, TRS. I don't see anything. Nothing under TRS. Transform gizmo. I can enable the experimental gizmo, but nothing happens. I don't have anything. Like it's not showing up anywhere. Like I don't know what. Maybe there's like some extra thing you have to do to like see the gizmo, or maybe there isn't one. Maybe you just like, oh, what did I just press? Okay, obviously like something happens. Control middle does Y. It does seem like I'm able to do something with it, but it's so finicky. If I middle mouse click, I'm moving things around. But that's completely useless. Like maybe on like a larger scale. No, that's useless. I don't know what you could possibly do with that. If I push it forward and backward, it goes up and down, and left and right goes left and right. But it's so janky. And there's no snap. I don't have snapping turned on either. So the fact that it just snaps automatically is like, I don't know why anyone would want that. It's really hard to control. So not a fan of that. That's kind of useless, but it's there. Looks like you need a plugin as well. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, I can try it. I don't know. I'm tempted to try it. Maybe for another day. Maybe not worth it right now. Do you guys think this is too cluttered in here? I want to like play it. I want to hit play and run around, but I don't think. Let me message Worka and see if there's something I gotta do to test. So when I hit play, I'm just getting this. Should be GM in game. You also need a town asset now. Oh, I don't know what that means. Trying to get a shot. But I don't want this in. There we go. There. Is it BP called Town or Trading Post? Dragon in the Scene. Okay. Trading Post. And then I need a game mode. What did you say it was? Should be GM in game. Okay, got that. Adjust the sphere to match the town, and there is some arrow spawn locations to move around. And the stream up, just not feeling well. Fair enough. That probably means I need to grab the actual town radius and scale that, not the entire blueprint. So we'd rather be a little more forgiving with this one. Oh, wrong way. Cool. And then there's there's a respawn location. That can just be right here. Respawn location 2 and 3. Should have moved them all at the same time. I feel like this would have been a situation where I would have just like grabbed a random point in a sphere to just respawn at, but I guess this way we can ensure that you're not spawning over the top of something else or someone else. Okay, that should be it, right? Cool. Nope, still not working. It's weird that I'm not getting any like blueprint errors though. I was expecting that. Maybe there's something else I need to set up in here. Maybe I need to drop our wagon. Cool. Maybe this isn't the right wagon. Who knows? Trading post is fine. Town cost multiplier. Oh, that's nice. Safe zone. Cool. Plate. Nope, still no. Well, I don't know. I guess we can't test it. That's fine. I think I'm just going to move on and start setting up. Maybe I'll just start painting the trail and then start just kind of doing level design as we go. You're good, man. Work it. It's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. I have a lot of other things to do. I just kind of wanted to run around and like get a feel for it to see if I thought it looks a little cluttered when I'm looking back at it from here. But I don't know. I think it's probably going to be a good thing that it feels a little cluttered and a little like full. because it's like the first town and it should feel safe and kind of like nestled, you know? I don't know, maybe. Also, you wouldn't notice those straight walls anymore. I sure don't. I mean, I guess if you're looking for them. I feel like this area is really empty, but probably fine. I really do want to do the river right here. And maybe we'll just have it like kind of run through and like we'll make like a little like cave or something it goes into, or like whatever, doesn't matter. Could be a pond. All right. Let's start painting. Save. Those oxen are adorable. Thank you. I have a buffalo, a horse, and a deer done as well. The buffalo, well, the buffalo's almost done. Buffalo's pretty much has the same head as the ox. Different horns, more of a fur goatee thing going on down here. And then he's got like a big buffalo like back and different legs, slightly different legs. But yeah, the deer though, I feel like no one's gonna want to kill this deer. He's just too cute. Anyway, yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Let's see. That's why your map isn't working. It should just need to dry the trading post. And you know, I did not build from C++, so maybe I need to do that. Let's save. Not that we didn't save already. Oh, I just put a deer in. Idiot. That's all I did. Okay, let's click this compile button down here. Maybe this will just work. Sometimes this just works. Every once in a while this would just work in UE4 anyway, and then most of the time we'd have to open it in Visual Studio and compile. Or build. Yeah, that was way too fast. I don't think it's gonna work. No. Okay. It was worth a shot. It was the easiest solution. Should we try to get it running, or should we just let's just do some levels then? It's fine. All right, let's paint our trail. We're gonna go with a, let's do like 350 maybe. Oh, looks like we painted some grass right there. Or I don't know. Why is there grass right there? Yep. Nope. That's not right. Have we... Did I mess this up? Nope. That's weird. Why was this working earlier? How did I'm confused. The way I got the grass to show up earlier is because I turned on subtractive blend and then I painted with that. I assumed that meant that was like a toggle to like erase. And now that is not the case. I don't know. I guess I don't know how painting foliage works, or painting terrain works. Because now we have this section here, which I don't want, obviously. What is this, though? Like, what is this piece? It's not grass. I can't erase it. Oh, I'm erasing that grass. Okay, paint that back in. I guess that was me erasing everything. Maybe this terrain thing is just set up weird. Oh, it's still here. Is this a... Oh, maybe it's on a different layer? On this layer, it's subtractive? I don't know how this works. When I switch to the mountains layer, I have it set to subtractive. Can we just make a new layer for all of our terrain? Or we should just... What if I do this? Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake, wasn't it? It's not like removing everything though. I have no idea what I've changed or what I've done here. It looks good right now, but I'm a little worried about where we're going with this, and I don't know how to remove this now. Okay, so let's just work on a third layer that is just our paint layer. Oh good, you guys didn't get to see me struggle through all that. I still don't know how to get rid of this grass though. Let's go here and let's just paint out our path, I guess. Paint back in the grass. Okay. And then we'll go here. And then this is where we'll actually do all of our stuff. Oh, but look, there's like a weird, like, it's not fully there. Because the mountain layer is all messed up. If we painted something on the mountain layer. If I paint a path, yeah, okay. So there's something on the mountain layer that I don't want here. Yep, okay, fixed it. Oh my god, but I don't want to paint. I'm so confused. I've erased everything from here. If I erase this, it's actually erasing like everything. This layer needs to have grass all over it. Then we get this weird effect. Man, I don't know. I'm stumped. Okay, whatever. Let's just try to paint everything on this layer from now on. Oh, now it screwed that up though. I know this is like, I'm being really picky about this little section right here, but I just want to make sure I understand why it's happening, why this is doing this, so I don't keep running into the same issue over and over again. Yeah, if I go out of there, then it like takes the whole thing. Okay, this one should be all fully filled in, and then this one should just be painting like normal everywhere else. Getting weird like splotchiness. Really don't like that. Our music stop. This is one of those situations where I really probably shouldn't be doing all this detail work right now, like painting the road, because if we end up changing the spline, then all of this changes. And I really need to play this first. Which is another reason why PCG would be really helpful right here, because we could just like plaster on trees everywhere, and then if we move the spline, then it'll like, I'm assuming we can move it around, so it's like there won't be trees on the road. I don't think we can move like paint though, and the paint's just there. On the bright side though, like I don't think this section is gonna be that big of a deal. I don't think we'll need to be doing that many tweaks because it's the beginning tutorial area, so it shouldn't be too hard to do. Like, this shouldn't be a challenge. We also need a reason why players wouldn't just cut through the middle of this and just go around. Like we need some mountains there or something. Could do water, I guess. Really cool. I would say maybe spend some time and see how PCG is. I know nothing about PCG. I don't even know how to enable it. I don't know how to set it up. I don't know anything about it. So I can take some time and do that, but I just don't want to do it on stream. But, you know, I mean, it's already 1:30. I should probably go get some lunch anyway, so maybe this is a good time to wrap up anyway. So maybe this is actually a good point to stop and not do this and start learning some PCG. Are you happy with the starting area workup for now? I figure we might have to tweak some things or move stuff around, but I think it's pretty cozy feeling, which is kind of the plan for the first area, right? Makes you almost not want to leave. The one thing I would like to do that might not be possible yet or now anymore is like you can obviously see like where you're supposed to be going, and I feel like this is nice, but it would be cool to see like the mountain or something, or like mountains or something like kind of off in the distance, like way up there. But I'm afraid that they just wouldn't be that big. Like I just feel like you wouldn't see them that well. It was probably fine. We also need to put some trees up on the hills and stuff in here too. Ghost guy will have to run around it. Yeah, same. I haven't run around it either, so I don't even know what it feels like yet. Okay. What time we got? We got 2 hours. Honestly, decent progress in 2 hours. I'm not too mad about that. Yeah, I feel like we could knock out the rest of this forest area, but I kind of want to spend the day and play with PCG first and see. Because if it's going to save us like tons of time, it's probably worth it. Especially if it means we can move the trail around after the fact. Like that's a big deal. Alright, it's lunchtime. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out. We have 26 viewers. Why do we have 26 viewers? What do we do? Should we go? Let's just head over and see if there's anyone to raid real quick. Do we want to raid? No. Okay. We're not raiding. You guys can find something to do. Thanks for hanging out today. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the gifted subs and the bits. GameSmart, you are so nice. So kind. I'll be back on Tuesday. So I'll see you guys then, and have a good weekend. Bye.